Okay, this is the vocal I wrote this challenge, and it's called This Is Me, and I've got to read it out. The noise you can hear in the background is Steve Village's Rainbow Dome music. So, anyway, when I saw this challenge, I thought I could enter my Another Raven, a poem reimagining the Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, that includes me reading the poem at the suggestion of my friend Pam Reeder. You can check it out in the piece that you are reading now. Okay, so anyway, but I'm not going to read, of course I'm not going to read that poem, that's your choice, but I'm going to talk about how potentially fragile our work is, and how with the right tools anybody or anything could be faked. The video is filmed on my phone, a Google Pixel 6, but I'm sure that there is software that could easily deepfake me if somebody wanted to do that. I don't see myself as a target, but I know banks and supermarkets have my information because I've given it to them. And sometimes shops give you little rewards for letting them track you with their loyalty cards. I have to prove that I wrote these words and did not use AI, but my video could be deepfaked and stolen, as could the words and ideas. I suppose something that really reminded me that I am alive happens every day when I wake up. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with liver cancer, and I've written about, a lot about that on Vocal, and you can drop into that series in this writing that you can actually see here if you're reading this. Anyway, while I'm not the finest examples of health, I try and look after myself, and when I was diagnosed, I knew that I was probably in the best place in the world to survive it. I moved here 30 years ago, so was that destiny or something? I don't think so, I just got lucky. When I spoke to the specialist, they said I was in great physical shape to fight this and be operated on. Sorry if this sounds like Donald Trump's speech, but that's the way it is. So I went through the process and had the cancer removed, though it had touched my lungs, and I was excellently supported by work. Ironically, a health service regulator, and close to the best place I've ever worked. And then it was a slow recovery, but I built up slowly, and today I'm in a really, really good place. Uh, the fact that I can write this. Anyway, I got huge support from my friends on Vocal, as you can see from this post from my great friend Leslie. Um, Again, you've got to go in so you can't see that from the video. But she said that, I'd given her permission to write the announcement on my behalf, and that I was undergoing surgery, and that was 28th September in 2021. Now we're in 2025. My family and friends, Fiona, Juliet, Kirsty, Mark, Alexis, Leah, my granddaughter, plus the Preston gang, so like Brian, Brian, I didn't know Brian and Harry then, or Nicola. I'd got vague connections, but Mick Errington knew about it. So, so and Yvonne and my cousin Caroline. And there's also my dad, and as I say, Yvonne, my friend Krista, Sandy Wells Lee, and so many others were a huge help to me dealing with it. The outcome was that I survived, and I knew it was worth surviving because of the love everyone showed me and still shows me. And when I came out of hospital, I had plans that I could not put into action because I was physically unable to walk very far. But I could listen to music, watch TV, read books, and do a lot of things that I love doing. I felt life was worth living. Now I feel that every day when I wake up. I'm glad to be here, and while others have had some similar experiences to mine, none have had my experiences. Nobody could write this story, or so like it's like, yeah, they can read it, and I doubt that ChatGPT or whatever could come out with this life odyssey of mine. And that got me thinking: if you borrow an idea or some words from somebody, are you inspired by them, or are you stealing from them? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for reading, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.